Welcome, friends. How are you today? Today's a walk and talk of some of the favorite places I have here in the villages. Let me know if you can hear and see me. I do appreciate it. I'll try to keep the camera steady. Here I'm at Highway 466. Here in the villages. And I wanted to show you some of my favorite places. This is called the Southern Trace Shopping Center. See the helicopter up there. That might be the Flight for Life. They do have a helicopter that transports patients to the hospital. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you see this live stream in landscape orientation or portrait. I'm not sure if I'm broadcasting in landscape. I'm trying to broadcast in landscape. Let me know if it's in landscape or portrait. It's landscape for you. Oh, that's good. You can see the entire screen. You can see Tequila Mexican Kitchen. This is the Southern Trace Shopping Center located on County Road 466. That is County Road 466 over there. We are in the Villages, Florida. Thank you. Welcome. I just started the live stream. Thank you for being awake so early on a Sunday. I didn't think I'd get many people. We're at the Southern Trace Shopping Center on County Road 466. And some of my favorite places are located here. The title of this live is, what are my favorite places in the villages? I know somebody asked me that the other day. For Mexican food, I do like the Tequila Cantina Mexican Kitchen. I do like that. Maybe they have a menu on the door. Let's take a walk in. Good morning. And look at what the door says, what their hours of operation are. So there's your hours of operation. I don't see a menu. I'd video the menu, but the food is relatively good. As a general rule, folks, you have to set expectations when you dine out in and around the villages. The food is okay. Generally speaking, the food is okay in the restaurants around the villages. It's certainly not the highest quality food, But that Mexican restaurant tastes pretty good. Tequila Cantina Mexican Kitchen. Thanks for liking my videos. Thanks for subscribing. I do appreciate it. I'm taking a walk through the Southern Trace Shopping Center here in the Villages. Some of my favorite restaurants are located here. I'll do more videos about restaurants in the future. But you can see they have a florist in this mall, H&R Block. A safe ship, if you want to ship things, you can use this safe ship to drop your packages off. I have used that a few times. They do have Villages Insurance as well. I'm not sure if anybody realizes that the Villages has their own insurance company. And if you buy a home through the Villages, they will try to sell you insurance as well. The Villages also owns Citizens Bank, and you will see a lot of Citizens Banks here in the Villages. We have a T-Mobile store, Miracle here. These stores I have not used. I have used the safe ship though, right there. Janine Kelly says sideways. Okay, so I am broadcasting in landscape mode or sideways mode. Thank you for letting me know that. There might be a Citizens Bank over there as well. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of shopping in this area. Southern Trace Shopping Center. Located on County Road 466. There's Village Optical. I have not used that either. But the flagship store here is Publix, and that's where those people are coming out of. Publix grocery store. Seems like everybody shops at Publix. Village Optical. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. This is Publix grocery store. Seems like everybody shops there. They're big on buy one and get one. They call them BOGO deals, buy one, get one. Seems like Florida in general is big on buy one, get one, BOGO deals. Publix, you will find that the prices at Publix are a little bit higher than the other major grocery store here is Winn-Dixie. But in general, Publix prices are a little bit higher. I think you have a little more selection with Publix. It's Publix right there. This is the Southern Trace Shopping Center. I decided to do it earlier in the morning because this place gets really busy during the day. You even have Publix liquor store. So if you look, if you go a mile that way, maybe a half a mile, they are building a Costco store, or they might not be. Someone told me the Costco store is on hold, but I'm not sure. They do have a Hobby Lobby over there. There's Publix Liquors. So that's one of the things you need to consider when you relocate to the villages is where do you live in the villages? Because not everything is accessible by golf cart. And if you live in an area of the villages, you might have a 25 or 30-minute golf cart ride to get to the store, or you're going to have to take a car, especially in the southern part of the villages. If you live in the southern part of the villages, you're going to most likely get to the grocery store via car. And that was one of the reasons I chose to live in the middle section of the villages, is because I wanted to get to stores like this via golf cart. I didn't want to be driving a car to the grocery store when I'm 85 years old. So I chose an area in the villages to live that I can get to the stores, get to medical appointments via golf cart. And that's why I chose the villages over on top of the world or any other community, to be honest with you. The convenience of getting to places via golf cart was the number one reason I live in the villages. Salon J. Lee, I did use that. I did have a massage there done a few months ago. It was very good, a good experience. Again, the prices are a little bit higher. I'm somewhat of a spendthrift kind of individual. And there is a Chinese massage place over on 441 that I go to. Prices are more reasonable. Thanks for the thumbs up. As a general rule, if you're buying things in the villages area here, especially in the villages, the prices are going to be a little bit higher than if you go to maybe Highway 441 or outside the villages. That's a great example, the massage. They did a great job. It's a great experience in there. But the prices are a little bit higher. So I go to the Chinese and Thai massage place on 441. The facility isn't quite as fancy. It's not as nice inside. But they do a good job with a massage. Kung Fu Chef. The Kung Fu Chef. This is my favorite Chinese restaurant in the Villages. The Kung Fu Chef. There are a lot of opinions on where to get the best Chinese food in the Villages. I like the I like the Kung Fu Chef. There are other Chinese restaurants scattered throughout the Villages that other people like. People here are very friendly. The service is really good. Let's see what their office hours are, and I'll even show you the menu, what the restaurant hours are. They also have lunch and dinner specials. Here's their menu. I usually come here for lunch, and I get the lunch menu. And here's the lunch specials right there. And there are your prices for your lunch specials. Just to give you an idea of what the prices are. Kung Fu Chef. I enjoy it. I talk to some people who don't like it. I talk to some people who do like it. I talk to people, they recommended me to other Chinese restaurants, and I did try that. There's a Chinese restaurant located over near Walmart. I tried that. I really didn't like it as much as I did Kung Fu Chef. Hand and Stone Massage. I have tried this place. This is the place that I've been to have a massage. Very good experience. Price is a little bit higher than the Chinese massage place that I go to on 441. There you have your 1 hour hot stone massage. Introductory offer is $109.95. So that's your first time. After that, the price goes up. And I forgot what it is. It's like maybe $129 or something. Here's a 1 hour massage. Introductory offer, $79.95. That's a one-time price. And the second time you go, the price will go up. Beautiful sunrise. It's Sunday morning here in the Villages. Happy Sunday, everyone. Here's a furniture store. A lot of people shop here at Haverty's Furniture. Again, it's a Villages kind of a store, so your prices are going to be a little higher than other places. But it's a big store. It's a nice store. It's a comfortable store to be in. That would be Haverty's Furniture right there. Here we are at the Southern Trace Shopping Center, located on County Road 466 in the Villages, Florida. Thanks for joining. I do appreciate it. My screen is sideways. Is that better? That's better. I'm trying to broadcast my live in landscape mode, and it's not allowing me to. Why is it not allowing me to broadcast in landscape mode? Very strange. All right, I guess I'm gonna broadcast in portrait mode. Oh, thank you, Terry Poppy. Pop 73. I do appreciate it. Just have technological challenges sometimes. I'm broadcasting live on my phone, and I was watching a YouTube video on how to broadcast live in landscape mode on your phone, and that's what I was trying to do. This is my favorite hardware store, Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware. Everybody that lives in the villages should make a note of Ace Hardware. There's a lot of reasons why you want to go to Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware is where I pick up all my supplies if I want to fix my in-ground watering system on my lawn watering system. And everybody seems to have issues with their lawn watering system when you buy a home. Thank you. Here they have the parts you can buy to fix your sprinkler system, your watering system in your lawn. Yes, at Ace Hardware. Very nice, very helpful people. They kind of like have a Walmart people greeter there. You walk in and there's somebody always greeting you. It's convenient. I take the golf cart from where I live. It's only a 5-minute golf cart ride to the hardware store. It's another reason I live in the villages. It's the convenience to get places on a golf cart. You don't need 2 vehicles or 3 vehicles. You just need a golf cart. Theoretically, there are places you can live in the villages that you could get rid of your car. If you buy yourself a golf cart, like an enclosed golf cart, like an atomic car. I did a video on the atomic car that has air conditioning. If you would buy an atomic car, there are places in the villages that you would only need an atomic car to live. You could get everywhere you need to be with an atomic car. Maybe there are some doctor appointments you would need a real car to get to. Collier, we love that area. Collier is near Brownwood, right? Collier is near Brownwood. I think that's one of the more popular villages, is Collier. That's near Brownwood, I think. Yes. I was actually looking at Collier as well. It's convenient because it's close to Brownwood. Why didn't I choose Collier? I think the reason I didn't choose Collier is because I really didn't like Brownwood Town Square. That was really the only reason. Collier is a good location. I think you're going to have a hard time going to a grocery store on a golf cart in Collier. I don't think you can get to a grocery store in a golf cart if you live in Collier. You can get to Brownwood Town Square really easily. But when you live down in that section, there's not a lot of shopping. That you can get to via golf cart. And for me, that was one of the primary decisions where I lived in the villages. I wanted to get to shopping like this on a golf cart. That's why I chose to live where I live. This is one of the fewer areas in the villages that you can do that. Most of the other areas in the villages you cannot get to shopping, to medical on a golf cart. And I was somewhat obsessed about not driving a car when I'm 85 years old. I want to drive a golf cart. That's the reason I bought where I bought. You can get to Pinellas or Lake Deaton. Is there a grocery store down there? I'm not as familiar with, I call that the southern part of the villages. I'm not as familiar with that area, Pinellas or Lake Deaton. I know in one of those shopping areas they have a really small Walmart store. I think it's in Pinellas maybe, or no, Lake Deaton. They have a really tiny Walmart store. I have a giant Walmart store that's about a mile that way. It takes me about 7 minutes via golf cart to get to the Super Walmart store on 466. And I go there all the time on my golf cart. So that's the reason I chose to live here. Because I didn't want to take my car to a lot of places. Right now, the only reason I take a car is if I have to go to a doctor appointment. Some of my doctors are on 441. Hillsboro, I know where Hillsboro is, yes. Winn-Dixie, Pinellas. Yeah, Winn-Dixie. Publix, Lake Deaton, okay. So you got grocery stores down there. Here's my two favorite spots. Daryl's Diner. Okay, yeah, I think I know where you are, Terry, yes. I think I've eaten there. Daryl's Diner, that's one of my favorite spots for breakfast. Colony also by golf cart. Okay. Very good. Yeah, that's key. If you can get to a grocery store, that's good. That is good. Here's my other favorite place. I have a medical condition. I have to go and get labs, blood work, every 4 months. And Quest Diagnostics is the only place I can get my blood work done that my insurance will pay for. That's the other thing we should talk about. Health insurance in Florida. I'm not sure what this is. Here's a Cleaners. If you buy health insurance in Florida, if you buy Blue Cross and Blue Shield like I have, the only place they will pay for lab work is Quest. And it's free. You can get labs done for free if you have Blue Cross and Blue Shield and you go to Quest. A lot of places want to take your labs there, like the Villages. You see your primary care and they say, oh, let's do labs, and go next door and do the labs. If you do that with Blue Cross, they will not pay for your labs. You have to go to Quest Diagnostics. Thanks for liking my videos and subscribing. I'm gonna do a special video today, friends. Actually, 2 of them. If everything works out right, I'm gonna go to another community outside the Villages and do another drive through a community. An alternative 55 plus community near the Villages on Highway 441. I might even have the opportunity to do an open house video in that 55 plus community. Kind of excited for that. So stay tuned. You might see a video either tonight or tomorrow morning from a different 55 community, an alternative. Outside the bubble, yes. It's going to be outside the bubble community. I'm trying to give my viewers alternatives because I looked at several different communities before I decided on the Villages. This was one of the communities I looked at. The one I will bring you content later today or tomorrow on. I did look at it. I would never move to Eastport. I would never move to Eastport. I would never live in the southern part of the Villages. I don't even like living down by Brownwood, to be honest with you. That's why I live here. Why wouldn't I want to live in Eastport? Number one, there isn't a tree to be seen for miles. They pretty much took the few trees they had down there and they leveled them off and they put homes there. And number two, it's just way too many people down there and not enough amenities, not enough grocery stores, not enough shopping malls, not enough restaurants, just not enough. Everything down there is not enough. But what they have down there that has plenty, and that is a lot of people. A lot of people fighting for few restaurants, few stores, few gas stations. And it's going to take many, 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 many years for the Villages to build that up. People who buy down in that neck of the woods are going to be waiting 10 years to get their amenities and their restaurants and their stores built. How many people that retire have 10 years to wait? You tell me. Yeah, that's right. That's why I don't live down there, John Hogan. That's exactly the reason I don't live down there. Because you have a tiny little Magnolia Plaza that's serving thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. That's the reason I don't like living near Brownwood either, because Brownwood Square is now serving most of those people in Middleton and Eastport. Go to Brownwood Square on a Friday or Saturday night, you will see thousands and thousands of people. It's crazy. It's something I'm not interested, I'll be honest with you. I'm just not interested in the southern part of the Villages at all. Yeah, Terry, Collier is probably the furthest south I would live in the Villages. I wanted Sumter Square to be my square. That's why I live up here. I fell in love with Sumter Square. I like the lake. I like the ambiance. I like the convenience of shopping like this on a golf cart. It takes me 11 minutes via golf cart to get to Sumter Square. Here it takes me about 5 minutes to get to this shopping center on my golf cart, and that's my golf cart right there, by the way. So when you're buying a home in the Villages, for me, the primary goal was to find a place that has a lot of amenities, a lot of golf courses, a lot of swimming pools, a lot of shopping, all accessed via golf cart. And this is it, folks. This is where it is. Down in the south, I know for a fact, down in the south they have fewer swimming pools, they have fewer executive golf courses. I go golfing around here on the executive golf courses here in the midsection and northern section. And I run into people from the south. They say they cannot get tee times because there's not enough golf courses in the south. Yeah, the Chop House, I actually ate there yesterday for lunch. I had brunch there. It was awesome. It's not about partying, though. For me, it's not about partying. It's about convenience. I want to get everywhere on my golf cart. That was my goal. I want to get to most of what I need to do on a golf cart. I cannot do that in the south. Maybe 10 or 15 years from now, I could do that in the south, because by then things will be built up. But I don't have 10 or 15 years to wait. I'm retired. My waiting days are over. So when you live in the south, you're going to find fewer amenities, and that is by design. The villages are building fewer and fewer swimming pools, fewer executive golf courses. When you compare it to the midsection and to the northern section, you will see that people are complaining in the south that there's not enough amenities. There's too many people. There's not enough golf courses. There's not enough restaurants. There's not enough gas stations. For those reasons, I have no interest to live in the south. You will see, if you buy down in Middleton and Eastport, you will soon see that you're going to regret your decision. It's going to cost more to live down there as well. Your maintenance fees are going to be higher down there. Like I mentioned in a previous video, there's more wetlands areas down in districts 13, 14, 15. There's more wetlands areas. It costs money to maintain wetland areas. So when there's more wetland areas, that means there's less people in those districts, and the costs are spread over fewer people. So it's going to cost more in maintenance fees to live in those districts over time. You're welcome, Terry. You're very welcome. I run into people that live in the south all the time. They come up here to the north to play golf. And the reason they're coming up north is because there's not enough golf courses down there. There's not enough executive golf courses. They're building quite a few championship golf courses, and championship golf courses are the courses that the developer owns, and you have to pay a fee to play. So they're kind of changing the model, the business model in the south. In the north, I've got 5 swimming pools within 5-minute golf cart ride of where I live. There's 5 swimming pools within 5 minutes of where I live, here in the north or in the midsection. In the south, you're going to have far fewer swimming pools. And the swimming pools you see will be full of people. All I can say is beware if you buy in the south. Thanks for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. What a beautiful morning this is. Sunday morning, sun is coming up. It's a warm day. It's a warm day in Florida. Been live for 40 minutes. Half the live is sideways. I have to figure out how to do a live stream landscape so it's easier to see on your TV. What else can we talk about today? I'm not sure what else. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Ask me some questions. I'll give you honest answers. I know there's a lot of misinformation about the villages. And I know there's a lot of people that move down here and they get surprised. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it wasn't a gated community. I didn't know that the roads were owned by the county. I'm surprised. They promised they'd open a restaurant next month, and it took them a year after that. That's another common thing here in the villages. When they do build things, they tend not to give you an estimated opening date. So you never know when it's going to be opened or when it's going to be completed, because they're notorious at being very slow to build things like restaurants and gas stations and things like that. A lot of times they have permitting issues. You'll hear that there's going to be a Costco being built and it's estimated to be open next year, and then all of a sudden next year rolls around and the lot is still vacant. It's pretty common that when they announce things, it's common that the things don't get built, or it takes a lot longer to open them than what you think. So that's my word of advice to everybody that wants to buy in the South. Just beware. It's going to take a lot longer than you think to get those amenities, restaurants, retail stores. Yeah, that's doable. You could drive here, and I've already driven from here to Brownwood. It takes, I think, 25 or 30 minutes via golf cart for me to get to Brownwood. That's about 25 or 30 minutes. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. I don't think I've been to Brownwood in over a year, though. Brownwood does not interest me. Too many people there. Not enough amenities down there. I'll stay here. Fewer people, more amenities, less stress here. But I have gone to Brownwood on a golf cart. If you're driving in summertime, 30 minutes in a golf cart like that one, an open air golf cart, 30 minutes, and it's 100 degrees outside and 100% humidity, it's not a fun ride to drive 30 minutes in a golf cart in the summertime. So keep that in mind, friends. That's why I moved to an area where I can get to most places within 10 minutes on a golf cart. That was my goal. Where can I live in the villages where I can get to most everything I need with 10-minute golf cart ride? Because I don't want to be driving 30 minutes in a golf cart when it's 100 degrees outside. Unless you buy like an atomic golf cart that's air conditioned. That might be better. It's doable. Yes, it's doable. I would go to Brownwood more so in the winter months like November and December and January where it's cool, so I could spend 35 minutes in a golf cart and not get heat exhaustion. And I think that's what you gotta keep in mind, friends. It gets warm here in Florida. I don't know if you're gonna stay here in the summertime, but the months of, I would say, end of April all the way through mid-October, it's really hot here. The villages parties so extreme. It's like any city. I think one of the things you should really consider or do here in the villages is don't consider this a retirement community. Consider it a city of 140,000 people. And in a city of 140,000 people, you're going to get a lot of different personalities living here. Because that's kind of what this is. This is a city of 140,000 people. This really isn't a retirement community. This is a community that has a lot of older people living in it, but it's really not. Oh, look at this lady. Classic villagers driving right there. So I kind of look at this as a city. And if you go to any one of the squares on a Friday or Saturday night, you're going to see a lot of weird things going on, just like you would in any other city. But the cool thing about this city is that they shut all the bars down at like 9 o'clock at night. Some of the bars even close down at 8 o'clock. So in other normal cities, the bars are open until, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Here, they're all shut by 8 or 9 o'clock at night. That's really the difference. Yeah, Ocala is horse country. They have a lot of horse fields up there. That's why the World Equestrian Center is up there. I did a video on that the other day. I did look at retirement communities in Ocala. I just felt isolated. Same reason. Here's an IHOP. I love the IHOP here. I go to the IHOP all the time. They have good lunch specials here at IHOP. Over there they have a Dunkin' Donut. That's why I live in this section, friends. I can get to all these places on a golf cart. What was I talking about? Ocala. Same reason I didn't buy in Ocala was because, same reason I won't buy down south in the villages is because I can't get anywhere on a golf cart. Ocala, you're taking your car to get to a grocery store, to anywhere. And on top of the world, you're looking at a 15, 20-minute car ride just to get to a Walmart. Driving a car does not interest me when I'm retired. If anybody's been on this live for more than 10 minutes, I think you guys can figure that out. I don't want to live in an area where I have to take my car everywhere. Ocala is one of those areas that you're going to have to take your car everywhere if you live there. That's why I didn't buy in Ocala. On top of the world, looks nice. They have fewer amenities and things like that, but it's very clean, it's very nice. But you're out in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty far west of Ocala. At least on top of the world, the only place you can take your golf cart on top of the world is to the town square. And the town square only has like 15 stores in it. Not even. That doesn't interest me. That's right. For me, retirement is all about not driving a car. I did everything in my power to find a place where I would have to use my car the least amount of time. And this is what I found. I found in the mid-northern part of the Villages, I can get to Sumter Square in 10 minutes. I can get to the Southern Trace Shopping Center in 6 or 7 minutes. I can get to the Walmart in 7 or 8 minutes, all on a golf cart. That's why I live here. That was important to me. Everybody's different, friends. I'm just giving you things to think about. What is important to you? I know a lot of people want to buy in the southern part of the Villages because they want a brand new house. Because a brand new house is important to them. To me, a brand new house was not important to me. The convenience of accessing things via golf cart was my number one priority. I can remodel an old house. A new house is not important to me. Yeah, I came from Wisconsin. I was born and raised in Wisconsin. I'm a born and raised cheesehead. I grew up a little bit south of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The last 8 years I spent near Madison, Wisconsin. That's part of the reason why I don't want to drive, is because I lived out in a community west of Madison. I was 25 miles away from Madison, and I had to drive everywhere. And I had to drive 30 minutes to get anywhere. And I vowed to myself, I'm not going to drive a car 30 minutes to go everywhere anymore, not in retirement. I'm going to take a golf cart 10 minutes. That was my priority. Too much stress driving a car, too much traffic. You'll see when you move to the southern part of the Villages or even into the Brownwood area, you're going to see a lot of traffic on Highway 466A, on the Turnpike. I grew up in Wisconsin, not a lot of traffic. So I'm a lot more sensitive to traffic than maybe other people are in other parts of the country. But I don't want to drive a car, not in Florida, too much traffic. Listen to that bird. That's a crow. We got lots of crows. No, I won't miss digging myself out of snow. Not at all. That's why I don't mind the summers here. I'll never complain about the heat in summer because I don't have to shovel the heat. How much time we got? 53 minutes. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Petrosity. Anyway, so those are my reasons for living where I live. It's a big decision on where you live, what community you live in, and even if you choose the Villages, where in the Villages do you want to live? Because I know there's a lot of people who bought in certain areas and then they regretted it. That's another reason they sell their homes 3 times or move 3 times, is they buy their first home and they don't like the area they live in, so they sell it and move somewhere else. I forgot to mention that in my video. That's one of the reasons people move 3 times in the Villages, is because they don't like where they live. So they buy somewhere else. After they kind of learn the landscape and understand the Villages a little bit better, then they sell the house they bought originally and they buy a house in a different area where they think they're going to like it better. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the live pretty soon. I do appreciate it, everybody. I will be releasing a video later today or tomorrow. Hopefully I can get to that alternative 55 plus community that's located on Highway 441. I have a meeting scheduled at noon with a realtor to go through an open house. I plan on doing 2 videos, an open house video and a drive through a 55 plus community. That's the plan. We'll see if it comes to fruition. Beautiful sunrise. I think I'm going to go and eat breakfast now. I have not eaten breakfast. So here you go. Can you tell I'm from Wisconsin? Go Brewers! Milwaukee Brewers. I'm a Wisconsin boy. Go Packers. Anybody seen my golf cart? Look at the golf cart. Milwaukee Bucks, Milwaukee Brewers. That one's faded. That's a Green Bay Packers sticker that's faded. No, that's not. Wisconsin Badgers, Green Bay Packers. True Blue Cheesehead. I grew up a little bit south of Green Bay, Wisconsin, in a small German farm community. All my friends were farmers. 3,000 people were in my city when I grew up. I do appreciate it. So, one other thing I can tell you about is these enclosures on these golf carts. These golf cart enclosures, you always want to make sure that you get these large steel snaps. Most of the time when you buy a golf cart, they have those small little black buttons. Those small little black buttons rust out after a year or two, and you'll be replacing them and they won't work. So when you buy an enclosure, make sure it has these giant steel buttons. Otherwise, you will be regretting it. The other thing you want on your golf cart enclosure is these large zippers. Large zippers. That's the key to your golf cart enclosure. See, you can actually peel this back, and then you can flip your window up. In summertime, you leave the window flipped down because it's too warm. The other thing about golf carts is that the tires wear unevenly. You have to rotate your tires every 6 months. Otherwise, you get tires that look like that. Tires wear unevenly. The other piece of advice on your golf cart is buy a spare tire. Because if your tire blows out on the golf cart trail, at least you can go home and replace your tire yourself. Or you can buy the golf cart, the AAA for golf cart, where they come and fix your golf cart for you. So I went online and I bought a spare tire. I have a spare tire in the garage, so I can fix it myself. Yeah, you need to rotate your tires every 6 months on your golf cart. That's a pretty common knowledge thing, because the tires wear unevenly, because those golf carts are kind of made with bubble gum and tape. They're kind of made, they don't have the tight tolerances like automobiles have, so the tires are going to wear out on you. And there is a tire store here just up the road on 466. They will, if you take your tire in, they will put new rubber on for you, a golf cart tire. But I did order a spare tire online. It was like $110, and I forgot where I ordered it. But you can buy them online. All right, I'm at an hour. I think I'm going to end my live, friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll bring you more content either later today or tomorrow. Have a good one, friends.